bibia aka Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa. Honorable, me mo achire no pay.
Yo me just so many bibia
boko na wo so
nyame adom. Nyame adom.
Na me won social media revelations bi a de begu ho se owura kwabena edujemfi na o claim se o onye aba contract nim ne ade ba contract bi a oye supply no to the tune of 7 million Ghana cedis na bibia ehwehwe aso enkomo yi emu nchiremu ni sei
yo medase edeka in mame nchiate fonyana na OKFM mbomo abaso ejima pa moye abua omaino say a few days ago and mehu news portals, various news portals widely reported or more attaché video Reverend Victor Kusi Boateng or a second identity or when he's operating under that second identity ni being a kwabna edujemfi or a different date of birth 2 years apart, different biological mother, different kin, diplomatic passport and all of that. And the news na me kan and a video na me share na or state emphatically say no Christ President Akufo-Addo yanadamfo, Vice President Baumia yanadamfo. Nanso onya government contract da. He even added say a buying NTN $1 crada. He has never benefited from any government contract. And me home sa video no and attached videos about prophecies or say because of that the prophecies genuine yes say wanya contract be intina or prophesy say Baumia be winning NDC Beluzi up to 24 seats.
Why yeah, prophecy be to that effect on?
Yes.
Okay.
And Okad is also say the prophecy and yet contract induced and yes say one year contract biana wajisika bia from government. Indiana all yeah those prophecies. Enti a genuine independent prophecies na all yeah. Enti I decided to carry out diligent parliamentary oversight to check our a number of companies were registered more than 15 companies under the two different identities or operate as Victor Kusi Boateng or set of companies or operate as Kwabena Edujemfi or companies were registered in those identities, and for the sake of records and accuracy, my main mouth the list, and it's operate as Victor Kusi Boateng, Reverend Victor Kusi Boateng. Companies now were registered the following: Duna Media Production, Caris Consortium Limited, Caris Football Academy FC Limited, L Dunamis Media Limited, On Point One Laundry Limited, Vibrant Generation Chapel Worldwide LBG, and Dunamis Chapel Worldwide LBG. Operate as Kwabena Edujemfi, or a unique team, unique date of birth, and all of that. The companies are as follows: L Dunamis Limited, JNS Talent Center Limited, the 4 B's Company Limited, Anibis Petroleum Limited, Great Speed Engineering and Construction Limited, New Wave Limited, Lloyd's General and Risk Limited, and Dunamis Insurance Brokers Limited. Ente may decide say information now there to just say or no there on your government contract my main share the records of government contracts as per these companies are or yeah the director or no now or owner or no now yeah beneficial owner the company no yeah business account account of these companies come to him yeah company in the car, Nedia or Nona or benefited from the profits of the proceeds of this company. Enti Shishemuna Mayeno met to me as stated categorically without any equivocation. Say the Reverend Victor Kusi Boateng Kayano and yet no credit. The record shows so far just in 1 year 2021 men pesa made Nasa Cathedral payment no become no there are matters in court and there are matters that I have expressed earlier into no there is not the 2.6 million payments and the Nasa Cathedral no there any new but at latest discovery the fresh discovery and it's there 2021 buying Emma Reverend Victor Kusi Boateng the company your friend El Dunamis Limited. Now interestingly that is the company operating as Kwabena Edujemfi or Moma no a contract to supply tissues paper towels valued at 3.5 million Ghana cedis. Now Osha payment record no I work Ministry of Finance Ministry of Finance for Omutia Nika 17th August 2021 17th August 2021 and the second company JNS Talent Center Limited almost the same quantity and the same value 3.5 million Ghana cedis to supply paper towels. That company was also paid on the 23rd of July 2021. And these two payments at the Bomwa were 7 million Ghana cedis from government ostensibly to supply paper towels and our tissues.
Okay.
And interestingly, no, Oko Records anymore. It wasn't a competitive process. Just single source or more friend.
But sir, it is done. And I'm Ablakwa.
Oh, Osha, yeah, Public Procurement Act now. This single source contracts, no, yeah, were conditions under which it has to be done. But yenim says say no, it is the most abused law. Sole sourcing, single sourcing, most abuse. And the sad part is spiritual I don't know how he calls the other spiritual sons or spiritual allies or during their campaign omoba power this sole sourcing so okay they made it a major campaign issue. Sole sourcing because of that we don't get value for money because and you're competitive and it's not competitive. You are not able to beat down the price. People are not competing, and OSHA the single source provisions are and you're very limited under very limited circumstances. Now so to say OSHA Auditor General's report every sector the single source contract endorse change the competitive ones have become so few. OSHA even the road sector recently Ubekaya discussed Cocoa Road Auditor General's report. The Auditor General discovered it's only about 13% of the contracts that are competitive. Over 65% were non-competitive, and it's the same thing happening here. Kwabena Edujemfi, Reverend Victor Kusi Boateng, Yamano single source contract. And the latest expose, the claims by Reverend Victor Kusi Boateng are on one or Kwabena Edujemfi, because that has been confirmed. Indeed, or they may call court. The courts have all confirmed, sir, he has no basis because evidence now may crack irrefutable, totally unimpeachable, unassailable. It is impeccable, and you cannot do anything about it. You have been exposed. Indeed, the Human Rights Court said that his conduct borders on criminality. Said the why no a criminal. That's why I am so shocked. Say up to now, if Ghana is not a banana republic, if we don't have a discriminatory police hierarchy, I do not understand for the life of me why this gentleman has not been arrested and why he's not being prosecuted. Because a war, Master Tikese, a mere, anka, we are rotting in jail by now. And yet, this is somebody who goes about all kinds of air.
Honorable.
The fact of the matter is a statement now, say on benefit on your contract, he's never got any contract from this Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. No, a palpable falsehood. On a lighter note, maybe he means to say, the other identity, no, say or pretty as Kusi Boateng, and no dear on your contract, technically he may be right on a lighter note, but the fact of the matter is the second identity as Kwabena Edujemfi a year on one the companies have benefited, and I shudder to imagine how 7 million Ghana cedis worth of tissues look like. But that is the fact, according to your records, the finances of our country. That is the fact. On to me and dispute say we are benefiting from this government when your contract. Some now all cancel on your contract and the prophecies are not contract induced, and yet because we're receiving contracts. No? He should stop saying it because he has been exposed. The facts do not support claims all year.
Now, my main adiwi, will be making say be a obedi for it. Na obedi for it, no, you be a bidibi. Ena wono kwa bedi ya na ye tam de man no. Ena obekasa a juma so awaye supplies waye 7 million dia woken. Ena oman so atua ne ka. It wa no ne bone awaye ne say.
Minia, fact of the matter is a single source. Single source, no. Yeah, fraud, sir. It's just and you're competitive. That is a fact. But this whole matter, no, will not have arisen. Onona ode asem aba. Impenyifo ne ka say asem penipa, nipa ne pa asem. Ye nyina yeti ye baby. Wanko ka say ono de on ye government contractor. Akufo-Addo Bawumia government we omo ye na damfo but omo man no contractor. Anka wanko ka sa asem na because as citizens we have every right, every calling to make sure, sir, within the national discourse, no, it is driven by truth, by fact. As I say, you cannot cry, and when you make statements, they must be subjected to strict proof. We must be sure, sir, the awokano and no cry. Ente ono na wakwako tam asem weaba. Anka wanka efe say ono de on year government contract yada. Akufo-Addo Bawumia government we omo man a contractor. Wanko kasa asem na anka we will not be compelled to carry out these latest investigations and to put out the facts. Anka the waka eye no cry we will have stated say okay the waka eye no cry Reverend Minister he has stated something that is factual. Enti Yambona Baso, we will have said that. But after our diligent checks, parliamentary oversight, now you cannot benefit from government contracts. Yatiao over 7 million Ghana cedis, and then you go around claiming, say, would you won't benefit from any government contract, and that profit is now woman, and yet because of the contracts you have received. On one kasa. Or the same way aba. Anka, if he did not put this out and he did not dare us and he did not compel us to go and carry out further inquiries, Anka, we would not be here.
Now when per de wo hu ye e wo contract no ni ade no wo hu elements of corruptible acts bi wo mu ana.
Oh, OSHA the course na a clear abuse of the Public Procurement Act. Clear abuse. Then you can say that the woes of Victor Kusi Boateng are worsening by the day, because already he has a big matter to address. This issue of identity fraud. Human Rights Court, what kind of judgment now? The judge did not mince words or say they are a criminal. And I know at the right time, when credible leaders of various investigative bodies take over and decide to apply the law without fear or favor, the justice will be done. So I don't believe in a country where there are two sets of citizens. Some are above the law, some get away even with murder, literally, and then others are consistently harassed, and pursued. And clearly, at the right time, we've shared judgment in our court at the various courts. All these institutions pretending they are not aware, they don't see what is going on because of personal connections. The right time, he will answer those questions. But clearly, his woes are compounding with all of these other revelations emerging in terms of the violations of our Procurement Act and all of these sleazy deals, dubious contracts, but as I indicated, he is the one inviting all of this scrutiny and all of these troubles upon himself. Obia and Sumano say, on categorical statements, or no dear, on your government contract there. He went to say it, and he dared us to carry out the checks. And checks are he has been exposed. One cannot correct. That is the fact.
I see. Now, na nkofo adwene hwehwe om say party bi opposition house ye ba sa nkofo we ye be make sure say ye de omo aba emranim ni omo aba bedi obeya bedu on so na aye akira ye din ya nkofo problem susu no.
Oh, don't worry. Sir, people can have all kinds of predictions. But the basic Utie Ghana for OSHA research in course all the polls that have gone on. Ghana for MPN said the next government will not make sure there is accountability and people answer for their crimes against the people. And you are coming to cut deals, you are coming to allow people to go off the hook and all of that. One check. Where who the air cost was Kenya, where who the air cost was Nigeria. There is a wind blowing. People want, because one cleaning up system now, a church also person obey the same thing. And now obey worse. Actually, you will even be worse than what you have inherited. And there is no way next government will be allowed by the people, and even by you're part of that government, no matter what role, even if we are just ordinary MPs advising. I don't see how the next government will be allowed to, because you see the impunity, the blatant, because that's what has brought us where we are. Ghana, I broke, I bankrupt, I insolvent. For the first time in our history, domestic debt exchange program. For the first time in our history, financial haircut. Senior citizens can get access to their life savings, to their returns on their bonds, their investments. Because of all of these